Hello everyone, welcome back to my cabin, or family cabin. Sorry for the noise in the background, the air conditioner is quite old, but hopefully it's not too distracting. I'm only going to speak for a minute or two here to let you know that I rewatched the Aristotle video last night and I've decided it is pretty good. So I'm just going to give it to you, the link to that one directly today as your lecture. I also want you to know that some of you have said that the paper assignment is not showing up, and that's incredibly frustrating to me. But as we know, we're learning as we go here. So I'm going to work on that today. That's my plan. When you read Aristotle, I believe that I have really a lot more of you just sort of perusing it than anything else. It is a very short excerpt of what he's written. And he's written multiple books. You're reading work from the rhetoric. We are skipping books like the Poetics, the Politics, etc. that honestly are things that I had to study. So the good news is I had to study it, so I know, but you do not have to read it. I am giving you the highlights that I think are important from those books, as well as the rhetoric and how they all fit together. So that is what you're going to get in this video, is a look at the major concepts that you need to understand from Aristotle. As a tip, I'm just going to say here's a few of them. The definition of rhetoric according to Aristotle, very important. The three genres of rhetoric according to Aristotle, very, very important. The artificial and inartificial proofs. The artificial proofs, which are ethos, pathos, and logos, and how we come to inartificial proofs, which is things like scientific discovery, dialectic, also testimony under duress, etc. We could debate whether those are accurate or not, but again, look at the time period when he's writing. You should also understand that rhetoric is for mass influence, and that it is appropriate, most appropriate, in one of the three genres defined by Aristotle. So if you get that out of Aristotle, that would be good. Those are what I would call the most basic things that you need to get from Aristotle. Now, understanding those three artificial proofs, ethos, pathos, and logos, is not as easy as you think it is. I know back in Com 115, you were taught ethos is ethics, pathos is feeling, and that logos is logic. That's not completely true. So in this video, I believe I explained to you what all goes into these things. That it's not just that you have good ethics. It's not just that you use reason to come to a conclusion. A couple of other things that you might get from this lecture is inductive and deductive reasoning. An important part of that is understanding that the syllogism, which is a deductive way to reason, is extremely important to Aristotle. For some reason, I still can't figure out, to be honest with you. So knowing the three parts of the syllogism and how a syllogism works and functions would be super good for you in the coming weeks here, particularly when we do your first exam at the end of the month. So I hope that you clearly understand Aristotle after you watch that video. Like I said, recording a whole new one seems kind of redundant. This is just from this past spring. I watched it again to make sure that it was good enough for you all, and hopefully you'll find it helpful in understanding the importance of Plato and Aristotle in the establishment of the rhetoric that we know today. Any questions, comments, concerns, complaints, or threats, please, by all means, let me know. In the meantime, I'll come back at you next Tuesday. If you need anything between now and then, of course, as always, email, text, whatever you need to do. And above all, enjoy your weekend.